Congratulations and welcome to Tuning In. I am your host, Bob Something, and you're tuning in to Bible Jeopardy. All right, we're going to be introducing our contestants here for Bible Jeopardy, and as you can see, we already got some stuff on the board, and all of a sudden I'm hearing myself on the YouTube, so that's why I have to have my earbuds silenced out a bit. All right, there we go. Now then, let's already get to meet our wonderful and lovely contestants. First of all, he has a single bachelor who comes all the way from somewhere within the South. He is a lovely guy who loves to look at books, spends his time playing Fortnite, and when he's not doing that, he is slaying demons in another realm as if he is from an anime. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Christian man.
I'm from the North, by the way.
Just stick with it. We're going through for just fine. Okay. Now then, our next contestant. She is an amazing artist. She has drawn many wonderful pieces such as the Mona Lisa, as well as many works that have been attributed to Beethoven. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Sister Hipster.
Oh, hi. Hi.
And last but not least, she is known as the hash-slinging slasher. She carries around a spatula and smacks people with it if they do not behave. She is also considered the person that managed to beat R.C. Sproul in a golfing tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, the Holy Spackle!
Hey, bro, I was Calvinist before you were born.
There you go. Okay, so thank you for meeting us, you lovely contestants. Now, make sure that if y'all are tuning in, grab your popcorn and check out this great show. So right now we're going to do this in a whole screen present. But here's how we're going to explain this, because this is a Jeopardy with a twist. First of all, whenever someone answers, we're not going to have to, we can't go back and do the whole question again so someone else can answer it. If someone gets it wrong, then that question, as well as the point value, is gone. So very risky. Be very careful in how you answer for this one. The second way that it's going to be done is that because we don't all have for each of these guys the individual buzzers to go, instead they will have some words to say. That way we can identify who is saying what and when they go first. So we have Spackle's word as spackle, Sister's word as sister, and Christian man's word as, do you want to guess what your word is?
Christian.
Wrong. It's man. But thank you for trying.
Man, I want to be called it because it'll be easier to say.
All right. So does everyone have their words memorized for when they want to buzz in for an answer?
Spackle.
Sister.
Man.
All right. Good. Just making sure. And I will be
just like that every time.
And I will be making sure to keep up with your points as well. So make sure you do very well. So here we go. Starting off with the categories, we have books of the Bible, Elijah versus Elijah, geography of the New Testament, quotes, New Testament, who said, to whom, New Testament, statistics and numbers, and timeline. So then, we're going to try to see how far we can get to this, because last time we tried this in another room, this ended up breaking or crashing down, but that was a while back. I'm sure things have probably fixed, probably. But let's go ahead, and for the sake of it, since there are technically two ladies, we can't do ladies first. So since I haven't seen this person in a while, and this person's more closer to the icon on my end,
Man!
Holy Spackle, you get to go first in picking the category and leading the board.
I want to pick Elijah versus Elisha for 400, please.
Okay, Elijah versus Elijah for 400. Who poured water on the hands of Elijah? Was it Amaziah? Was it Jehu? Was it Gehazi? Or was it Elijah?
Sister?
All right, sister. What is your answer?
Okay, I want to say Jehu.
All right, Jehu. Remember, we can't go back after this. So you sure final answer?
Go ahead.
All right, here we go. Is it Jehu? Incorrect. I'm sorry, but the correct answer was Elijah. I guess this category really took the name to heart with this question. All right. So, because no one got that right, Spackle, you're still in charge of the board.
Elijah versus Elisha for 200, please.
Alrighty then. For 200, who was taking up in a chariot of fire
Spackle.
and...
Spackle.
Fine, man.
Okay, Spackle, I heard you first.
Elijah.
All right, Elijah with a J?
Elijah with a J.
All right, then. Is it right? Correct! You just earned yourself 200 points.
I'm on the board.
And like that, you're still in control of the board, so what do you want to choose next?
Elijah versus Elijah for 600, please.
Okay, Elijah versus Elijah. 600. Whose name is rendered Eliseus in the King James translation of the Bible? All right, Spackle?
Elisha's.
Elisha's
SH.
All right, then. Let's do that. Elisha's. Correct! That then puts the 600 plus 200. That leaves you at 800 points right now, Spackle. And wow, guys, y'all gotta catch up with this one. We got somebody that's on a roll with this, but who knows? Maybe the other categories might help. But either way, you're still in control of the board. So, what do you want to choose now, Spackle?
Books of the Bible for 200, please.
All right, books of the Bible for 200. What book opens with the words
Man.
in the beginning was, huh? I heard man. Man, what is it?
It's John. It's John.
That's a
All
good
right.
one.
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Did John open up with these words?
Yes, he did.
Yes, that would be correct, and you now have 200 points. You just need about 800 more or so to be in the lead with Spackle. So, since you just got the question correct, you now have control over the board.
Okay. Quotes of the New Testament 400.
All right, quotes of the New Testament 400. Who said, "For I am ready not to be bound only, but to die at Jerusalem
Spackle.
for the name of the Lord"? Right, Spackle, what's your answer?
Paul.
All right, was it Paul? Who knows? Maybe. What? Okay, 400 points to Spackle, which what? That makes you at 1,200. So, for those who are just joining us and want to recap, we have the Holy Spackle at 1,200 points. Sister is still at 0 points. We got to make sure to step up the game. Who knows? Maybe if anything, the last question will be doubled for points. Or I may do some slipping in bonuses later on. Who knows how this particular game show host may operate. And we see somebody in the live chat, One Way Apologetic says, Spackle is going to kill you all at this. Well, very good confidence building there, Mr. One Way or whatever. Anyways, that being said, Spackle, you answered the question correctly, so you now have control again. You stole the control from Christian.
Who says what to whom in the New Testament? 600, please.
All right, for 600 points. Who stated that his heart desire and prayer to God for Israel is that they might be saved? Was it John, Peter, Jesus, or Paul?
Spackle.
Oh, I'm about to say that this definitely had y'all's paused for a bit. All right then, Spackle, what is the answer?
I'm gonna say Paul.
Are you sure?
I'm going with Paul.
All right, see if she's correct. And like that, she strikes again, earning her 600 points to get her at 1,800 points. Oh my goodness.
Really quick, to be fair, like I can lose points, right? Because it's a wager essentially, just like Jeopardy, right? So we would
if you get the question wrong, then you will not get those points, and plus not be able to get them back.
Yeah, so there's potentially I can really flub it up. Okay.
Yeah. So you still got the control of the board. All right.
All right, I'm gonna pick something that I'm weak at. Statistics and numbers for 200, please.
All right, for 200, statistics and numbers. How long was Jonah in the belly of the fish?
Spackle.
Oh, me. Man.
Dang it, I heard Spackle first.
3 days and 3 nights.
Oh, come on.
I'm sorry, it's there. I'm very competitive.
She's very apparently because you got that one right. You're at 2,000. How do you feel about that in front of everybody right now?
I'm a heretic. Don't listen to me.
Anyone agree with that? All right, plead the fifth. I understand totally. Don't worry, we're gonna stone her later. All right, then. Speckle, you answered the question correctly, so you have control over the board.
I'll pick another weak one. Let's do timeline for 800.
Oh, going for the big bucks on your weaklings. How soon after the birth of Jesus was he given his name?
Spackle. Spackle.
I start sister. Sister.
8 days.
8 days?
Uh-huh.
All right, here we go. And correct for 800 points. Pointing with just answering one time. She's even in the lead of the Christian man.
Die, dang it.
Ha ha! Good job, sister. And like that, you are now in control of the board. So pick the next category for us to begin.
Geography for 200.
All right, geography of the New Testament for 200. There cometh a woman of Samaria to draw water. Jesus said unto her,
Spackle.
"Give drink." Wow, before I even got to finish. Okay. Let's make a new rule then to establish this. Wait till I finish.
I can read it.
Wait till I finish the question before buzzing in. That way we could give some other people a chance to.
Okay.
All right, so let's do this then. All right, so Speckle, what is your result question or answer?
Jacob's well.
Okay, Jacob's well, the well where Jesus met the woman who was known by that name. Was it Jacob's well? And of course, doesn't surprise me, apparently, 200.
I'm gonna calm down now. I'm sorry.
Don't worry. Just answer the best of your ability. And apparently for you, there's a lot in terms of ability. So you're back in control of the board. Choose where to go now.
Elijah versus Elijah for 1,000, please.
Oh, we're going for big money. All right. Risk here. So if you get this one right, you get the points. But if you get it wrong, for this one question only, you will lose your points. But if you have less than 1,000, you just go back to 0. Keep in mind this risk. So when Elijah called down fire from heaven, upon whom did the fire fall and consume?
Spackle.
I heard Spackle.
Hey!
That's such a jerk.
I said man!
He did
I know,
say
but I heard
it
Spackle
was
first
close.
before then.
It's close.
Come
Ask the crowd. Ask the crowd outside.
All right. So who was it? Remember, you could lose 1,000 points.
Oh, okay. Well, is it me that's answering?
Yes, it was you.
The prophets of Baal.
Okay. Are you sure?
If I'm not sure, I'll lose a bunch of points, but I think I'm sure.
All right. Let's see. Incorrect! It was not the prophets of Baal, but the servants of Ahaziah.
Oh, I fail. I'm sorry.
So like that, you lose and are down to 1,200 points instead. Wow. All right, then. So like that, we are now down to catching up on the whole thing. Speckle is at 1,200. Sister is almost close in second place at 800 points. So just needs about 600 points to beat to get ahead of Speckle. Christian Man really needs to step up his A game because he is at 200 points in third place. So because of that, Speckle, you did still correctly answered one of the questions before that, so you do still have control over the board at this point.
Books of the Bible for 1,000, please.
Books of the Bible for 1,000. Okay. She wants to get them points back. I know how desperately she needs them. But what book closes with the words, "In that day there shall be no more Canaanite, the Canaanite in the house of the Lord of hosts"? Was it Ezekiel, Daniel, Micah, or Zechariah?
I'm going to take the risk because I'm a risk taker. I'm going to go with Ezekiel. Spackle.
Technically, you
Spackle
need to
Ezekiel.
say that.
Spackle Ezekiel. I'm gonna go with the risk. I could be wrong on this one.
All right. This time, this won't be a losing point situation since there's only one time it'll randomly come up.
Oh, I'd deserve it if I did. Yeah, I'm wrong.
So Ezekiel, okay. So because of that, you got it wrong twice. We're just gonna say, for the sake of argument, Christian man, since you are the lowest, let's get you to pick a category.
Okay. This is gonna be my moment of triumph. Like I'm the Tiger Man.
Don't get so full of yourself. You may just be pretty much like the anime characters that thinks that, but then you fail miserably in the next scene. Anyways, choose your category.
Statistics and numbers 800.
Statistics and numbers are for 800.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, someone's trying to get really impressive. Okay. How many verses are in 2 John?
Man.
Oh, man, okay. How much?
It's pretty
You
short.
you have 15 seconds to answer. 12.
I hear him turning pages.
I do too. That's why I'm counting down. 8.
Okay.
Yes, turn
7.
faster. Turn faster.
5.
Okay.
What?
It is, come on, we're in 2 John. Where the fuck?
3.
Hello, Google.
15.
Right in the nick of time. 15 is your answer?
Yes. I'm gonna fail.
Yes, you did.
Yes!
Miserably. Oh.
You know what? You can't win unless you try, man. That was a good effort.
That's why I started counting down, because I heard flipping a page like, hey, he's a cheater.
I like that he's using an actual Bible though, and not like on his phone or something. That's pretty good.
At least some people still use books, like actual physical books today.
Hey, don't knock
My
me.
book.
At least I get to it in time.
I bet he's gonna win a sword drill.
All right. All right, so because you got that wrong, we're just going to then pass the cup down to that Sister Hipster to pick the category.
I think I'm good with statistics and numbers. So we're
All
doing statistics and numbers for 400.
For 400, how long after Abraham's covenant with God did the Israelites receive the law?
Oh,
It's 430 something. Was it days, weeks, months, or years?
oh God. Oh,
Remember to make sure to buzz in.
What was that again?
years.
Oh, remember I said make sure to buzz. All right, so sister. All right, so 430 years, you say, after the covenant with Abraham. Let's see if you're right. And you are! For 400 points, leading Sister Hipster up by 400. That then, well, puts Spackle and Sister Hipster at a tie with each other right now. So, wow, congratulations, Sister Hipster. Now you are tied for first place, while Christian Man is just dead last. He's just dead last.
Yay.
So go ahead and pick the next category.
Statistics and numbers for 600.
All right, statistics and numbers for 600. All right. So here we go for the answer. How long had Lazarus been in the grave when Jesus arrived? Was it?
Sister!
Okay. All right. Sister already buzzed in. All right. So sister, what's the answer?
3 days.
All right. Is that the answer? Incorrect. It was 4 days. One extra day added on to it.
Oh, okay. No.
The answer, there is John chapter 11, verse 17, for anyone who wants to double check that out. But all right, but you're still tied. Be glad for that. You're still tied in for first place, so you still got a chance to come back.
Mhm.
Let's go ahead and go, just so we can give him some, just so we can pity him some more and laugh at him. Christian Man, you now have control of the board.
I have the ultimate power.
Don't get full of yourself.
Geography of the Old Testament, 600.
All right, Geography of the Old Testament, or New Testament, 600. What city was nigh unto Jerusalem, about 15 furlongs off?
Oh,
Are you going to say man?
yeah.
I
Okay,
have no idea what a furlong is.
good question. All right, so
Um,
Sister?
no, man already buzzed in.
Oh, okay, I see.
I'm
Sorry.
gonna Jericho.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's gonna fail.
Very positive. Oh, you think you're gonna fail, so you don't know that this is right?
Jericho.
You're stressing them out, man.
All right, he's incorrect. It was Bethany. That was the correct answer.
That's my friend's name.
I just like how while we're doing that, it's like, oh, whose name was that? Oh, that's my friend's name. All right. So, just to those who are catching up with us, we are right here concerning the board, and we are right now low on Christian Man's score. He's 200, while Spackle and Sister are tied with 1,200 points for first place. So we'll see. It's anybody's game at this point. So let's go ahead and because we had two people that got wrongs, let's go ahead and go to the Spackle for picking because it's been a while since you picked. So maybe this might be the time that you also don't get something right, or you maybe get something right. Who knows, knowing you.
Well, I know that I've been having really bad luck on those 1000s when I answer them, so we're gonna go with Books of the Bible for 400, please.
All right, Books of the Bible for 400. Remember to buzz with the name that you had given. What book comes before 3rd Timothy?
Sister?
Yes?
None.
Second Timothy does, doesn't it?
Correction. Because guess what? There is no such thing as 3rd Timothy.
That's why I know.
So
I was staring at it like, is there a book of Hezekiah? I don't know.
There you go. She understood that was a trick question. Very good job there, sister. And like that was 400 points. So like that, you were at 1,600, meaning you are now officially in first place. So you also have control of the board. So
Okay.
feel free to help us out here.
Okay. Timeline for 200.
Timelines for 200. Let's take a look at it. During the time of this king's reign, the Bible says that silver was as common as stones in Jerusalem.
Spackle.
All right, Speckle, what is it?
King Solomon.
All right, King Solomon. Is that correct? Yes, it is.
Moneybags.
And you can check it out for 1 Kings, chapter 10, verse 27, to double check that. So that's 200. That doesn't get you in the lead, but at least you're close to Sister Hipster on that line. So that being said, you have control of the board. Choose where the next one goes.
What was that last category we were in?
We were just in timeline.
Timeline. Let's go with timeline for 400, please.
All right, timeline for 400. All right, so here we go. Zedekiah was king during the time of this prophet.
Spackle.
Spackle.
Zedekiah was king in the time of, and I have two choices that I'm looking at right now, and I'm going to go with Jeremiah.
All right, Jeremiah. Is it Jeremiah? Was Zedekiah during the time of the Jeremiahs? Yes, it was. And this is written in the book of Jeremiah. So 400 points. That then leaves you at 1,800. You then take over the lead, leaving Sister. Again, y'all are still very close, but Spackle's in the lead. This is going to be an intense chase between these two being so close together, while Christian Man needs to lay off the chocolate bars of trivia and catch on up because he's still at 200. All right. Not mean to derogatize, but seriously, though, you are still a good person. Anyways,
no, I only guessed that correctly because I could deduce that it wasn't two others. So
good point. All right, so you're still in the lead, so let's take it away. Or that you have control of the board. I mean, I can't speak today. Then we'll go after a commercial or some sort of small commercial break whenever we get this one more question done. Speckle, you still have control of the board.
Oh, sorry. There's no daily doubles in this thing, I guess, huh?
Oh, we'll get to the daily doubles. Trust me.
I want my daily double. Okay. Geography in the New Testament for 800, please.
Geography. Congratulations. We're at a daily double. Now then, remember, for those who don't know what a daily double is, this means this question is now worth 1,600 points. So you got to make sure you get it right or you lose it all. On the first day of his resurrection, where did Jesus instruct his disciples to meet him?
Man.
What? You have 20 seconds.
He's thumbing through the Bible again.
19, 18, 17,
If
16,
you waste my daily double,
15,
man.
14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Galilee.
4. Galilee, are you sure?
Yes.
And like that, he is correct. He gets 1,600 points. That then leaves him with like flash-like speed to then be tied with the Holy Spackle for first place. Wow. This was something I was not expecting. I was honestly expecting him to just be stumped and just take a random guess like last time. But what do you know? Within the daily double here, he managed to succeed. All right, folks, we're gonna come back with a quick. We're gonna come back after a quick commercial report from the Babylon Bee, and then we'll do everything regarding the show. So tune in. Yo, what's up? I am your host, Bob Zuckerberg, and we are here of the Babylon Bee. I'd like to bring you a special bulletin. News report. The Calvinist declares now that only the elect can hear the term Yanny. In El Paso, Texas, after the internet became deeply divided over an audio clip that sounds as though it says either Yanni or Laurel, depending on the listener, one Calvinist commenter came forward to declare that the elect can hear Yanni in the clip, and that those who can only hear Laurel are vessels of wrath, set aside for destruction. God has chosen from eternity past those whom he would regenerate to have ears to hear Yanni in this clip, the amateur Calvinist theologian Mark Lionel wrote on his Facebook page. The rest are reprobates, consigned to destruction for their willful rejection of the obvious meaning of the clip. Lionel went on to state that the Lord has made plainly obvious the nature of the character of the clip, but because of man's sin, he suppresses the truth interpretation through his unrighteousness. That being said, when Lionel learned certain people could hear both names pronounced clearly within the clip, he rejected the idea sternly, saying, "Surely there are many among us who are not of us. There are always those who say, 'Lord, Lord,' and do miracles in his name, but the Lord will separate the laurels from the Yannies on the last days." I'm Bob Zuckerberg here with your, what's the show called? Babylon Bee. All right, and we are back. So thank you for tuning in. As you can tell, we now have this much kind of stuff going on the board right now. Spackle is now tied with Christian Man, surprisingly, for 1,800 points, with Sister is creeping up behind like a ninja with 1,600 points. Will she make it? Who knows? Will she humiliate Christian Man very badly? Most likely, I'm willing to bet money on it.
Maybe.
Yes. Now, that being said, because Christian Man got the answer right last time, he gets to decide what's about to happen in terms of what topic or category we pick. So, go ahead, sir. Pick the category.
Quotes in the new 200 quotes NT.
For 200 for quotes of the New Testament. Who said to Jesus, "Knowest thou not that I have power to crucify thee, and I have power to release thee"?
Sister.
Oh,
Sister.
Pilate.
And that is correct. Pilate was the one. That's 200. Wow. Now, nobody is in either place. Instead, y'all are all tied for first place. So, because of that, Sister, pick the category. You are in control of the board.
Okay. Mm, uh, Geography of the New Testament for 400.
All right, Geography of the New Testament for 400. I need to put my battery charger back on, but it's complete
Oh.
this statement. And a vision appeared to Paul in the night. There stood a man of blank and prayed him, saying, "Come over into blank and help us."
Sister.
Sister, what's up?
Okay, I think it's Macedonia.
All right, Macedonia. And you would be correct because that's what's stated in Acts 16, verse 9. Macedonia. Congratulations. So that was what? 400 points?
Mhm.
So 400, that makes you at where Spackle was technically earlier. So 2,200 points. So now you're in the lead.
Yay.
All right, then. You get to pick the next category.
Mm. Timeline for 600.
Timeline for 600. How many years did Eli judge Israel?
Spackle.
Spackle, how many years?
77 years.
77 years. Let's see if you were correct. Wrong. It was 40 years. 1 Samuel chapter 4, verse 18 says this clearly.
I
So
thought he lived pretty old, so I was going with 77.
Well, good point. A lot of people at that time were old.
I think his sons died, if I remember correctly.
Yep. Well, that's why we got to check that passage so we can make sure that it happened, that the sons died, and that he was 40 years old, or maybe even did live 77, but he just reigned that long. But that being said, Spackle got it wrong. That means Sister is still in control of the board. Sister, where are we going?
Okay. Books of the Bible for 600.
Books of the Bible for 600. What book describes the Mount of Olives splitting in half?
Huh.
Listening very carefully. And I hear Christian Man turning his page.
Spackle.
Not
Spackle.
cheating.
Zachariah.
All right, Zechariah. Is it Zechariah for 600 points? That would be correct. It would be Zechariah, stated in Zechariah chapter 14, the very first 4 verses. So for 600 points, that puts you at 2,400 points. So now you are back in first place, with Sister at tied or at second place, but it's very close up behind you. It is also then being followed very closely by the Christian Man with 1,800 points. So that being said, Speckle, you now have control of the board. Choose the next categories.
Oh my goodness. We're getting nothing but a timeline for 1,000.
All right, for the last one for 1,000. What preceded Peter's missionary trip to the Gentiles?
Spackle.
Ooh, that sounded like it was very close there. Speckle.
Ranch, the desert. We're gonna look
I think I bit the big one here.
On the bright side, we do have two more 1,000s after this, so anyone else could try to catch up at this point.
I'm looking on that Peter's return to Jewish customs. I don't think it's right because he was told about like that every animal is clean or whatever. So it doesn't seem like it should be that. And Paul falling out with Barnabas doesn't seem like it would affect him. Imprisonment.
Well, just letting you know, while you consult this, you have 10 seconds left.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna go with Peter and John's trip to Samaria.
All right, Peter and John's trip to Samaria. That was correct for 1,000 points, putting you at 3,400 points. All right. So y'all definitely got to step up the game, but luckily, because y'all stuck with a lot of the other questions, we still have like 3 more 1,000s. So anyone wants to grab those to catch up, y'all have plenty of opportunities to do so, as well as these other ones here. So Speckle, you answered correctly, so you get control of the board.
Quotes for the NT. Who said to whom? New Testament for 800, please.
All right, for 800. This fellow pursueth persuaded men to worship God contrary to the law. This accusation was made by the Jews against whom? I'm surprised Christian Man isn't saying anything about this one.
Sister.
Sister.
Okay, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna say Paul.
All right. Was it Paul? The correct answer was yes, it was Paul. And for that, that leads you to being at 3,000 in terms of your score. So just need 600 to be ahead and be in first place. So you answered correctly, so you get control of the board again. So choose our category.
Okay, guess statistics and numbers for 1,000.
Statistics and numbers for 1,000. Ooh. Will she get this one and then be definitely ahead of a lot of people here? Let's see. How many envoys did the vineyard owner send to the vineyard in the parable of the tenants?
Me, man.
Man, you have 20 seconds. I'm just letting you know that right now before we begin.
More than 4.
More than 4?
Yep.
That was at 8 seconds. You clocked that answer in. And you would be correct for 1,000 points, leading you at 2,800, which surprisingly, you are still in third place.
No way. No way. Really?
Yes, even in that. So he's very close though. He just needs 400 to be ahead of Sister. So that being said, you can go ahead and you have control of the board, Mr. Christian Man.
Books of the Bible, 800.
Alrighty, books of the Bible. Are you sure it's for 800?
Yeah, it's 800. Look at that.
You sure you don't want a 400?
Well, the 400's gone.
No, it isn't. It's blue. You see right here.
Are you saying he can't handle the 800?
Maybe. Maybe it is too much for him. Oh, well, we'll see.
Oh,
For
I see how
800. What book comes next after Hosea?
Spackle. Spackle.
Oh, that was so close. Speckle got it. Speckle got it. All right.
Okay. If I mess this up,
You have 20 seconds.
I'm running it through my head. Oh my gosh. The book that comes after Hosea, I think, is Joel.
All right, it's Joel. Let's see.
I'm running this through my head. I really am not looking. Oh my
That
gosh.
would be correct. 800 points.
No, the only reason I know is there's a song. There's a song where you learn this stuff.
Oh wow, really? I gotta get on that train then. All right, so Speckle is at 4,200 points. Sister is at 3,000. Christian Man is at 2,800 on terms of the points. So that being said, Speckle, you answered first, or you answered correctly recently, so you have control of the board.
Elijah versus Elisha for 800.
All right. Who said, "I am very jealous for the Lord God of hosts"? Was it Elijah, neither, or both?
Man.
Man.
Both.
Ooh, I'm sorry. It was Elijah with a J, as noted in 1 Kings chapter 19, verse 9 through 10. Sorry, man. But on the bright side, we had the last two are 1,000, so this could help anybody if they can try to be quick and answer this and get ahead of Spackle. Though, honestly, at this rate, both of y'all will need to answer them correctly, Sister and Man. So be sure to be very prepared. Are y'all ready?
Yes!
Spackle, choose which of the two you want us to start with before I make the next one.
Geography of the New Testament for 1,000, please.
All right. Where was Jesus when he said unto Peter, "Fear not, from henceforth thou shalt catch men"?
Sister.
Sister, you have 20 seconds.
Sea of Galilee.
Sea of Galilee? Incorrect. It was all of these: the Sea of Galilee, Sea of Tiberias, and the Lake of Gennesaret.
Oh, that's so tricky, man. That's so tricky.
Indeed. Sometimes there are tricky questions, like the one she did get right. was that 3rd Timothy one. But being said, well, at least one thing can be benefited. This will be a daily double. So either way, y'all will then have a chance to still catch up and be in first place. For 2,000, who said what in the New Testament? And the question is, who said, if it be a question of words and names and of your law, look ye to it, for I will be no judge of such matters.
Man.
Man, all right. Don't mess this up. You have a big chance. And just because of that, I'm giving you 25 seconds. What is it?
I know this is probably a quote from Acts.
And he turns his pages while he has 15 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, dang it!
No pressure.
Phineas?
Sosthenes? Are you sure?
Yes.
Remember, if you get this wrong, then that means Sister Hipster loses a chance to try to answer it.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Sosthenes, is it? Incorrect! It was Galileo in Acts chapter 18, verse 14 through 15.
I knew it was from Acts. Anyway.
So, all right. That being said, the winner of this is the Holy Spackle with 4,200 points. But Sister Hipster still also gets glory for 3,000 points in second place, while Christian Man really, really disappointed everybody by being in third and final place with just simply 2,800 points. I mean, seriously, what the heck, man? What is wrong with you?
He doesn't disappoint me, man. He's turning through his Bible with like legit Bible. I can see he's working for it, man.
Good point. At least you get those. At least you get them bonus brownie points. So that being said, we resulted who the winner is, and really there was no prize for this. We were just trying to have some fun. It was a Thursday night, and my goodness, this was indeed probably the best amount of fun that we've had. At least that I have had. How is everyone else enjoying their time tonight? Because I might do more of these if everyone was enjoying this.
We should have one where we're like, are you smarter than an atheist? And have atheists answer questions and see if they can answer the Bible right. And then have the Christians see if they can answer this the Bible question correctly.
Ooh, that's a good one. I might consider that, since maybe we can get some. Sister, what are your thoughts?
I mean, Floyd. Oh, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Let's just get someone else on here that I know, and I'll pick.
It was fun. I really needed to get away from my problems right now, so it was fun.
All right. And Christian Man, what do you think? Did you enjoy this game that you lost?
Yes. Now I gotta go and shame and read my Bible now.
At least you have a paper one.
Too.
Speckle, as the champion of this current edition of the Internet Bible Jeopardy, how does it feel to win this game night?
It makes me feel not that far away from Sunday school, and makes me grateful for all the times I sat in Sunday school.
Well, there you have it, folks. But anyways, thank you for tuning in. It was fun having all of you guys on here tonight, just to be silly and then at the same time get into a nice game night that deals with the Bible. Reminder, tomorrow will be Ask Christian Anarchist, this time on the internet. I had got back from the convention. I already did a in the flesh version of Ask Christian Anarchist. This time we're taking it back to the internet. So that way you guys submit your questions, think of some questions, and then get ready to send them over. And by the way, in case he's still watching, Marshall Mathers, I saw you type in that Christianity is paganism. You're wrong. Sit down and continue your Ramadan in peace. That being said, Shalom Alaikum, peace be upon you. I wish that upon you.
God.
What he said. Thank you, everybody. See you. Good night. Good night.